Right, so that's part two. Right. What made me think of that was I was at an NA meeting and somebody talked about the first time they picked up, and I was thinking, man, if I've been an addict since I was 3, and basically I think I have. But, anyway, didn't do me any harm. I grew up in a wee island called Isla, off the west coast of Scotland. The Queen of the Hebrides used to be where the Lords of the Isles ruled the west coast of Scotland from the Isle of Man all the way up to the top of Shetland from. And sorry, excuse me. I'm not promoting this in any way. It's a lingering thing from a serious heroin addiction. But I don't think weed's a drug anyway. It should never have been banned. Do you know what? I know I was sort of going off course about here, but do you know what do you know why? I showed my pal this last night, right? About why, and I'm going to quote it from memory, right? Nixon's basically his version of the Home Secretary, right, says, well, we couldn't put him in jail for being black or being anti-war, but we could associate the hippies with weed. Weed was illegal, and we could associate black people with cocaine, crack, whatever. But I mean, what they done to the gentrification, if basically flooding the inner cities in America with crack in the 80s, shows that they go, oh, you've got no father figures. That's because they're all in jail, doing ridiculous sentences. And basically they wanted that land for gentrification, right? And they're doing exactly the same thing now to the poor white community. That's what I'm saying. We've got more in common than we've got with all poor groups. Have got more in common than any of us have with the white elite Tories and all that. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, we're sitting here arguing about immigration and all that shit while they're robbing the country blind. You know what I mean? Cameron getting 10 million for giving his pal £80 million worth of contracts, which not one iota of them got filled. Green Acres, look into it. I'm not chatting shit, but it's stop the boats. You think it was the Vikings again or something, I mean, 400 people in a day, right? In a nation that getting on for 80 to 100 million people. It's not really making a big difference. And it's just divide and conquer. And we should, by now we should all be sick of it, because it's been going on forever. Until we all band together. Solidarity is the only way we can get any sort of people power, because the Tories are only interested in the grey vote in the South East England. You know what I mean? The Northern Powerhouse and all this rubbish, levelling up. It's just bloody management speak bollocks, and it doesn't actually mean anything. Sound bites and that. But that's HS2. I mean, 110 billion, 120 billion it might cost, right? And it's technology Japan had in the 50s. You know what I mean? They've got maglev trains, and they've got 400 mile an hour now. And we're investing in stuff we're investing in technology that they improved in the 50s. So we before the 50s in Japan, And basically now they're talking it's only going to go from London to Birmingham, which is like an hour's fucking drive or something, you know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But as long as their pals are getting big building contracts out, I mean, it's the same with the bank bailout in America, man. I mean, the Republicans, bailing out the banks is supposed to be the antithesis of the free market, right? And as soon as the banks gambled away all their money, I mean, the subprime mortgages, the clues in the name, subprime, so below prime, they're not going to be able to pay it. And that was the whole idea in the first place anyway. And what they do straight away, as soon as they're running the banks, which people realised that their pensions weren't just sitting there increasing, they were getting gambled away, their savings were getting gambled away. You know, you think your pension's going to be there, and then now they're talking about putting the pension age up to 75, you know, it's great. I mean, the average age in Scotland is probably less than fucking 75 anyway. Some places in Glasgow at one point was lower than Basra and fucking Iraq, so that says it all really. And I don't know if I'm not really enamoured by Labour either, but I mean, the war on drugs has been an epic failure, but it's been a big money spinner for a lot of people. I mean, you could put a stop to it straight away, right? Without the banks, it could not function. What, do you think the cartels are going to carry about all the money in cash and all that? Get real, man. If you're interested in this, go on to Netflix, watch Dirty Money, the cartel bank about HSBC. They've been caught funding terrorism, actively evading the blacklist. I mean, that's a crime. But they seem to be immune to prosecution, these bankers. And until they start jailing them, then it's just going to continue. It's just going to continue. And honestly, it seems like they're jail-proof. It's disgusting. I actually have a video of somebody explaining the banking system in 1 minute flat, and I'm going to post it straight after this. Sorry, I veer off in tangents about all sorts of stuff, but back to me, right? My mother was, I think she had postnatal depression, but she had a pretty fucking shit life, and she killed herself when I was 7, and I found her, but my body, 7's like a really influential age in formative years, but just for my own mental protection, my body, my mind just shut it out that I'd found her. I always wondered how that when my oldest brother came in and told me and my middle brother that he was going, "Who's dead?" and I knew, and I always wondered that. And my sister told me, my late sister, sorry, told me when I was 24 that I'd found it, and it was honestly flashback, and I mean that's I've had PTSD since basically since I was 7, but I mean I've had it officially since I was like 15, you know. And when I was in that rehab, the turning point accused me of making it up, you know what I mean? Yeah, right, aye. Oh, who diagnosed you? I says, my doctor, the same doctor from when I was 4 till I was 34. He says, oh, there needs to be 2 psychiatrists and a doctor. I said, well, this was before it was fucking fashionable, mate. I said, this was 1994 or something, you know. Anyway, to be continued in the next one. Probably more tangents as well. Aikiva, that's goodbye in Gaelic, by the way.